Hi, I'm Jennifer Terri. I make Philippine travel updates. Kumusta kayo? Today is November 15. Ano mga updates, Jennifer? Well, good news. Let's start with some good news. This one is for domestic travel or even international travel. Davao will remove the negative test result requirement. So, kung gusto nyong pumunta ng Davao, yan, hindi na kailangan ng negative test result. And the good thing is, vaccinated or not, hindi kailangan. Hindi na kailangan to enter Davao. For international passengers, you must comply with the requirements of IATF only. Yan. So, we know IATF, you only need to show negative test result if galing ka ng green list and you're fully vaccinated and you want to avail zero quarantine. Pero, walang requirement for negative test result ang IATF. So remember, I still get a lot of these questions. Jennifer, do we need to get a negative test result before traveling to the Philippines? Yan guys, depende sa airline or layover country. If let's say you're flying with Philippine Airlines, it's a direct flight to Manila or to Cebu or to Clark, then hindi kailangan, you don't need negative test result because you will be tested upon arrival in the Philippines. If yellow country, if yellow country. But if you're from a green country, fully vaccinated, then bring negative test results para wala ng quarantine. Pero if you're from yellow, I know most of my viewers are from yellow countries, so hindi kailangan, it's not needed by the Philippines. It's only, depende lang talaga siya ng layover country or yung airline ninyo. Yun lang. International flights, so Philippine Airlines shared that they are thankful to the Department of Transportation because it will open up new gateways, accept new airports for international flights. Kasi nga still yung travel cap is still not enough. Even if mag 5,000, 6,000, it's still not enough because before pandemic, 40,000 travel caps sa Philippines. So that's huge difference, diba? Especially this Christmas, a lot of Filipinos want to come home, or even Balikbayans who want to visit the Philippines. So the Philippine Airlines shared that they will be increasing their flights from Los Angeles, New York, Guam, Singapore, Doha, Taipei, Sydney, and Melbourne. Yan. Well, another thing, so we know that Subic will accept, Davao will accept, Lawag will accept international flight, but another airport has been added. I've been hearing reports, Panglao. So Panglao is in Bohol. Now there have been flights being diverted to Panglao to utilize other ports in the country because of the travel cap in Manila. I heard November 17 there will be a Bangkok to Panglao flight, direct yan guys. So, those who will be arriving there will quarantine in Panglao, Bohol. So, this is with Philippine Airlines. So, again, it's only a backup airport pa lang. Wala pa siyang talagang schedule ng arrival sa Panglao. So, if you're asking me, Jennifer, anong flights papunta na Panglao? We don't have a list. Now, I know, quarantine, green list, many Filipinos celebrated because their country was included. Finally, ang IATF gumawa ng sarili nilang lista. They included countries with very low cases with many Filipinos. It was good news for kababayan specifically in India, Indonesia, Japan, Kuwait, Oman, Pakistan, Saudi, South Africa, and UAE. Bongga! Congratulations! And starting tomorrow yan, yung new list starting tomorrow. Wow, so if you're fully vaccinated with negative RT-PCR test result, no more quarantine for them, sana all. I know, it's a lot of you who are watching right now. Bakit yung country namin is not included? Why are we not on the green list? I know that a lot of you are not included, but still, it has good news for everyone. Why? Because majority of arrivals are OFWs. Many OFWs come from Oman, Saudi, UAE, yan, Kuwait. If less people need to quarantine in the hotel, meaning we can increase the travel cap, so you can expect that it will be happening soon. I doubt that the plane tickets will be cheaper because December is, you know guys, alam nyo na yan, pag December, mahal talaga yung ticket. I don't think they would lower the plane tickets, not for this month, November or December, maybe next year pa. While, how about us, Jennifer? Our country is not included in green list. It's not the end. There are still many discussions onto removing quarantine for the fully vaccinated travelers. According to the Department of Health Undersecretary, this is being discussed. This was part of the discussion in the IATF yesterday in their last meeting, and it will be further studied by our experts. Even their IATF officials na told their expert to please study the removing quarantine for the fully vaccinated travelers. So right now, they're just weighing the pros and cons based on scientific evidence. We need to study this well so that we will not have increased risk of infection. The recommendation may be out in the coming weeks. So there you go, coming week. We're still pushing for zero quarantine. We're not alone. Presidential advisor once again, asked the IATF, requested the IATF to please consider his proposal. Yun nga, his proposal is negative test result, and then upon arrival testing again. So maybe 1 day quarantine in the hotel, and then once the result is out, go home. Just like before, guys. Remember the protocol before last year? Diba, upon arrival, test agad. Then sa hotel, mga 1 to 2 days lang, then uwi. He said that a US-based company, which was not named, has offered to pilot test PCR testing technology that could pull the examination of as many as passengers, 25 passengers, and have the results available upon arrival in the Philippines. So they're really... Oh, there is even a company in the US who wants to offer to do the pilot test in which travelers na sa North America, US or Canada, iti-test, then upon arrival in the Philippines, their test result will be ready. If it's negative, then they can go home. Pero yun nga, yung answer ng DOH is they will study removing the quarantine for all travelers from all countries. That is what they're studying right now. I know, it's all about studying. Yeah. It's not a straight decision from the Philippines. A lot of things are being considered, but hopefully, the fact that this is being discussed is huge. It's big deal, right? Because they could have just said no, but no, they're studying it. So there is hope there. Yeah? 50-50. And look, our vaccination rate is really increasing for 3 straight days. November 10, 11, 12, we vaccinated almost or more than 1 million jobs in 1 day. And then, what else? 40.93% of the target population fully vaccinated na sa Filipinas. Oh. Wow, 40.93%. O, diba? And our government is still hoping that we will achieve more than 50% by the end of this year. And they said before, as long as we achieve the 50%, they will again ease the quarantine or maybe remove it. So hopefully, mangyari na yan soon before this year ends. That's very optimistic, but yeah, this is what's going on, guys. I know it's still discussion, but hey, it's better than nothing. It's still progress. We're going towards the right direction. So I'll see you tomorrow with another update from the IATF. Stay safe and God bless you all. Bye.
Nating sabihin na ito'y pinag-uusapan na actually this was part of the discussion in the IATF yesterday, at ito po ay further na pinapaaral sa atin ng IATF officials para makita po natin talaga ang mga pros and cons based on scientific evidence. So alam po natin anything can happen in between when you go and travel from your point of origin to your country of destination. So kailangan talaga mabusisi po nating pag-aralan ito para hindi po natin magkakaroon tayo ng increased risk of infections kung sakasakali. So pinag-aaralan, and maybe in the coming weeks after the IATF next week, we can already provide appropriate recommendations based on science and evidence.